Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome to another edition of NoDQ&A video right here on NoDQ.com and the YouTube channel. As always, WWE TLC is this coming Sunday live on pay-per-view. You can check out NoDQ.com for the very latest news and rumors. You can check out NoDQ&A video for all the latest news and discussion, plus the cats getting into the video. Got a lot of questions here from spring.me/Aaron Rift, so let's get started with the first one today. A very eventful Raw, so there's a lot to talk about here. First one from Or You Swear To. Hey Aaron, what did you think of the ending of Raw? I thought it was great and it really left me scratching my head in a good way though. And do you think after the Punk, Bryan, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H physicality, they could do a tag match at WrestleMania? I agree with you. I think that the ending to Raw was tremendous. I think it did a great job in getting people interested in the TLC pay-per-view. And there wasn't a whole lot on the show that really built up the TLC pay-per-view. It was largely about the Slammies, but that final segment, when it was over, you were wondering what the hell was going to happen at TLC. What's going on with John Cena? Is he with the Authority? And I'll get to more of that in a minute. And it also teased some future matches. We had Shawn Michaels get involved. He super kicked CM Punk. You had Daniel Bryan laying out Shawn Michaels with a flying knee. There's been the speculation that Shawn Michaels might come out of retirement and wrestle Daniel Bryan at WrestleMania. And also, as you mentioned here in the question, I've also gotten other questions about it. The possibility of maybe even a tag match, CM Punk and Daniel Bryan against DX, Shawn Michaels, and Triple H. There's a lot of different possibilities and different ways WWE can go with this. So it was a really effective ending because you got everybody talking about WWE now and speculating on what's going to happen and curious about the pay-per-view. So to me, they hit a home run with that ending, no doubt about it. All right, this one comes from Showstopper526. Hey Aaron, so with John Cena standing with the Authority at the end of Raw, is this a sign of things to come? Maybe we'll finally get the Cena heel turn. Your thoughts? Thanks. Well, I'm sure people would love that. They would love if this was leading up to a John Cena heel turn. I don't think that's the case. I think that it's merely a way to generate interest in the pay-per-view and make you think that there's a possibility something like that could happen. You have Randy Orton versus John Cena this Sunday at the pay-per-view, and WWE wants it to be as unpredictable as possible. So by teasing that maybe John Cena will have an affiliation with the Authority, or maybe Randy Orton's going to go babyface again, it'll keep people guessing as to what's going to happen on Sunday. But in my opinion, I really think that they need to have a clean finish on Sunday. My fear is they're going to have some sort of screw job. I don't know what. I don't know if Triple H is going to add himself to the match at last minute and be the unified champion, something ridiculous like that. Or they'll just come out, Triple H will cost John Cena the match, and it'll be a swerve, and Randy Orton and Triple H are back to being friends. I don't know what's going to happen on Sunday, but to be honest, I think if you really want to get this unification match over and the unified title over as something important, I think you need to have a clean-cut winner. And, I don't see John Cena losing cleanly to Randy Orton. That would be a huge surprise. That would really catch me off guard. I think in all likelihood, John Cena beats Randy Orton clean and becomes the unified champion. Although, with the way Raw ended, Randy Orton was laid out. He was also laid out the previous week. And it's interesting because Randy Orton has been portrayed kind of weakly in the past few episodes of Raw. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen on Sunday. And I do give WWE credit when it comes to the build-up. And they only had a few weeks to build up TLC. And I think in terms of making that main event interesting and something you have to see, I think they did a tremendous job with it. All right, this one comes from Mr. J.V. Styles. Hey Aaron, hope you're doing great. With all the great matches that The Shield, CM Punk, and Daniel Bryan had this year, don't you think it was stupid to give the Slammy to The Rock versus John Cena? Well, WWE insists that the voting was legit. And it doesn't surprise me all that much that The Rock and John Cena won. I think that you probably had a lot of casual fans voting, although Daniel Bryan did win Superstar of the Year. So it's very suspicious having John Cena and The Rock win. One would think that a lot of fans, both casual and hardcore fans, would vote for CM Punk versus The Undertaker. But, you know, it is The Rock, and The Rock has 6 million Twitter followers, so, you know, that might have been enough to make that match the winner. I tend to think, for the most part, the voting was legit. It's just that WWE chose to have certain matches in there, and certain things they left out, like CM Punk versus Brock Lesnar. And I try not to get bothered by it, but it is a bit frustrating that they didn't include that match. But, you know, I figured that there was some sort of political reason, and apparently, you know, CM Punk and Brock Lesnar cannot have a better match than Brock Lesnar versus Triple H, and that's why that match was left off. I mean, it's so childish, and it really goes to show Triple H's insecurity and how big his ego is, that match was left off. I mean, for stupid Slammy Award, I mean, come on now, but whatever. Like I said, try not to get upset about it, and, you know, WWE's going to do whatever they're going to do with the Slammy Awards and try to work it to have an outcome that they want. But, you know, I think everybody knows what the real match of the year was, and, you know, I do believe the other awards were legit as well, and I'll get to that right now from Nightwisher91. Hey Aaron, do you think the Slammy Awards poll for Diva of the Year was fixed, and WWE just wanted to keep promoting Total Divas by giving the Slammy to the Bella Twins instead of AJ? Please answer in video. Well, if you go on the NoDQ.com discussion group, it's basically a shrine for AJ Lee. Everybody loves her, but that doesn't necessarily represent the entire WWE universe. And Total Divas, regardless of what some people think about the Divas and think about the show, it is a rating success for WWE. And there's a lot of Bella Twin fans out there. And it doesn't really surprise me all that much. On TV, they're baby faces, and AJ Lee is technically a heel. So not a huge surprise that they won. It does seem a little bit fishy once again that they would win. You know, they just happen to be the girlfriends of John Cena and Daniel Bryan, and they end up winning Diva or Divas of the Year, whatever. I don't even know why 2 divas are up for Diva singular of the year. I don't know what that is all about, but yeah, it happened. So, you know, just deal with it. It is what it is, and we'll see what happens with the NoDQ.com Female of the Year poll. I'm just going to guess here that the Bella Twins will not be winning that. I don't even know if they were nominated for it. I think, and I'm not sure here, I think Brie Bella was nominated, but not positive about that. I'm not going to bother checking either. All right, this next one comes from Bobby612. Hey Aaron, with Bad News Barrett not appearing on Raw, do you think that they have given up on the gimmick? I don't think they've given up on it. I mean, this was the Slammy Awards, and it was a loaded show, so I just don't think there was time for the Bad News Barrett gimmick for him to have a segment. I think a good indication will be next week. Well, maybe not next week because it'll be the night after TLC, and I'm sure that'll be another loaded show. But in the next coming weeks, when there's not a whole lot going on, I think there's a good chance we'll see more of the Bad News Barrett stuff, you know. It's basically filler. I mean, that's what it is. If WWE has something better to put on television, then you're not going to be seeing the Bad News Barrett skits. But I think as long as they need something to fill up time, he'll be there, and he'll continue doing that stuff. I'm curious to see what they actually do with him in the ring, but you know, I'm not even going to get my hopes up with him. Not a big fan of the gimmick. Didn't work its first week on Raw and SmackDown, but maybe it'll catch on. No way to say for sure. All right, one more question here from Rapture619. Hey Aaron, what is your opinion on the more aggressive Kofi Kingston? I think with a bit of a moveset change, this new persona could help lift him and keep him in the upper mid-card. Honestly, I really don't even care at this point. It's clear that they don't know what to do with Kofi Kingston. They don't know what to do with The Miz. Not really sure what the hell is going on with this storyline. Who's supposed to be the heel? Who's the baby face? One minute you think Miz is the heel, and then he beats him, and then the next minute he cheats, and you just don't know what's going on with these guys. And it's clear to me once again that this is just something that's filler, and they just have those guys go out there and they're doing this storyline where, you know, they're the odd couple or whatever. One week they're a tag team, next week they're feuding. Not a big fan of it, but once again, it's just something to fill up time. And I don't know if Kofi's going to have any kind of long-term future as far as being a upper mid-card superstar. I think that he's kind of stuck in this spot right now, and you know, I don't know if he's ever going to get any higher than where he's at right now. I mean, he did have his big push several years back, and it's been a slow decline for him. You know, some people suggested the idea of a heel turn. I don't know if that would work at all for him, but you know, at this point, they may want to try something with him and take a chance and see where it goes. There's a good chance it'll flop and it won't amount to anything, but I don't know what else you can do with him at this point besides taking a risk and turning him heel. All right, that'll wrap it up for this edition of NoDQ&A video. Thank you for checking out the video today. Make sure you subscribe, share this video on Facebook and Twitter, and keep voting in the 2013 NoDQ.com Year-End Awards. Myself and Jeff Meacham have a new video up each day talking about the various categories and giving our thoughts. So check that out, youtube.com/NoDQ&AW, and I will see you guys next time for more NoDQ&A video.